Hey guys, welcome in. Welcome in. If you are new or just passing through my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. And if you're returning, welcome back, squad. I'm here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here. We're also gender fluid. I may say you and I'm talking to them. May say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid. So I could be talking about the recent past. I could be talking about the present. I could also be talking about the future. So take only the parts that resonate and leave the rest behind. If you would like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. My books are always open. Go straight to my website, EnlightenedAuntie.com, and book a session with me. I am still currently running a special on live sessions for 11111. Normally they run at 155.55, so the special's running till the end of November, so get in where you fit in. Incidentally, I did record yesterday, and I did something that I normally don't ever delete a reading. Because usually whatever goes on the cutting room floor, I send it straight to my membership side. So no reading is wasted. However, I recorded an hour video yesterday, and yesterday had a lot going on yesterday. So I didn't actually get a chance to like listen back to it or anything. But the energy while I was doing the reading was really weird. And by the time I got to the hour mark, I was like, okay, the energy had shifted. I felt weird. I don't know if it had anything to do with the full moon. It was just, the energy was kind of weird. But I do want to mention before we start tossing the cards, I know that when you're listening to these readings, that sometimes you have a very specific person in mind for some of the storylines. And yes, in some of the storylines, they are very specific. It can get very specific at times. But what I want to remind everybody is that these stories, this is just what I'm telling you. It's energy. I'm just reading the energy. So you can really, it could be anybody. I could be talking about anybody. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I've discovered myself, even in listening back to certain videos, like I'll record a video and before I publish it, I always, review them just so I can find a title or whatever. But there have been times where I've recorded a video, and as I'm recording, I can kind of see the story playing out. And in my mind, I can place, based on my own life and my own circumstances, I might put a face and a name to certain characters that I see on the board. But there have been times where, like if I say, you've got somebody that's connected to your past that may want to reach out to you to extend some form of communication, some type of apology, some type of whatever, right? And in your mind, you may think you have somebody very specific in mind, and 9 times out of 10, sometimes it's somebody totally different than the person that you're thinking of. Because again, like I said, energy and time are fluid. So I had a situation happen to me. I think that might have been part of the reason why I didn't release the video, because a lot of the previous day's reading and incidents was on my board, and I was already feeling a little discombobulated a little bit. So I was having a really hard time like reading into it. And I was so annoyed by the incident that occurred. I didn't even want to read about it anymore. So I'm saying all this just to say, keep a really open mind. Like, yes, you're listening to the stories, but sometimes the players aren't exactly who you think they are, and they're other people. And again, like I said, and I know that's a fact because there are times where in my mind, I'm reading and I think it's one person, but upon further review and listening to the story again, I'm like, oh shit, that was somebody totally different, because it did play out that way, but it was somebody it wasn't the person that I had on my mind, but it was somebody totally different, but it did happen exactly the way that I said it would. So I had a situation happen the other day, and a couple of hours after it happened, I listened to the very last video that I posted on my channel. That reading was done the day before it published. So when I listened back to it again, I listened to it hours after the incident took place in my 3D live. And as I was listening to the video, I was like, no shit, it really happened. It did happen. And so again, time and energy are fluid. So a lot of times I don't know how the timing works. So sometimes just depending on where you are in the timeline, it could happen now. It could have already happened, or it's going to happen for you in the future. So really, I'm not saying like take it all with a grain of salt, but just know that sometimes these players are going to be different. They're not always going to be consistently the same person. And I have found that in my own life, that I might think it's one person, but it's actually someone else. So take that energy and information however you're going to take it. All right. Anywho, I might discuss what happened. I might do that at the end of the video, because it's still kind of, it's not rubbing me the wrong way, but it, there were some things that were said that made my little antenna like bing, and now it's like on my radar, and I can't unsee it. You know, I've said it all the time. Like when you got things that show up in your reality that you can't shake, I can't unsee and I can't unhear the things that you said to me. Like, so now I'm curious, not curious enough to go digging around to find out, because I really don't care like that. But now you've kind of put yourself on my radar just by saying a few really, really weird things. But I'll tell you about that at the end of the video. All right, guys. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope that full moon treated you well. I actually had a pretty decent night. Now, yesterday was a little chaotic for me, but I had a really good night. But let's tap in and see what Spirit wants to talk about. I'm not going to do an oracle pull first. We're just going to jump straight into tarot and see what Spirit wants to talk about today. All right, let's get into it. As you enter, if you could please give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm and get this in front of the eyes that need to see us the most, I would appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for the likes, shares, subscribes, tips, donations, and super thanks. All the new bookings. Folks that have followed me over here from Captain Reid, TikTok, and Instagram. I love you guys. And for all my day ones, folks who've been rocking with me for the longest, I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for continuing to rock with me. Look, the devil. Oh, yes. I like this energy. Oh, listen. Listen. Somebody, there's a situation around you, and I'm not going to assign gender roles or anything to this. I'm not going to call out divine feminine or divine masculine. Whoever you are currently in your Queen of Swords energy. You are using discernment. You are turning your back on situations and connections and relationships that you have recognized don't have any value in your life. You are turning your back on situations and relationships that may have previously worn you down, and you're just not feeding the beast. You're not giving any more energy to it, and you're releasing connections that you feel have been detrimental to you, that have been toxic in nature. You're just not entertaining it. What I also see is you could have someone here in your energy that may be going through some really tough times, and they're either that one, they're not very happy about it, but they're also, I think, in a position where they may be losing resources, maybe losing, things that have, created their own stability, whatever was stable for them. Like those things are now starting to be called into question. But there's a change in circumstances for somebody, and it might not even be just one person. It could be a few people, but there's a shift in circumstances for somebody. And collective, you're unbothered. You're unbothered because it's not happening to you. It ain't got nothing to do with you. It's not your business. And you're just really forward focused on, maintaining healthy boundaries. You're focusing on, it's kind of like minding the business that pays you. That's the energy that you're in right now. Now, if there, and again, even with these, like if this person or people are hitting hard times, intuitively may already be aware of it. You may already know it, but again, it has nothing to do with you. So you're completely unbothered by it. Yeah. So somebody may be seeking you, looking for you, because now I'm seeing a bunch of things here. Somebody here there may be someone looking for you or seeking you out for a new opportunity. There could be some type of windfall or something new. Some things. Ace of Pentacles is very big, so there's something new here that is coming towards you that somebody is seeking. They're looking for you. And whatever this opportunity is, it's definitely going to set you up. It's going to put you in a position to, what I heard was it's going to put you in a position to bless others. I like it. There may again also be, it's interesting because I'm reading it line by line, but I'll connect the lines as I go down. Because what it feels like there's a situation here that somebody wants to work collaboratively with you. I feel like the reason why they want to work collaboratively with you is because you may have a particular skill or talent that is lacking in their situation. You could be an artist. This could be some type of artistic endeavor. You may also work alone. You may be a solitary person. Like, I heard solitary practitioner because usually when I use the word solitary, practitioner is the word I say right after that, and I'm usually talking about myself. But this feels very much like if you are doing whatever it is that you do, whatever the skill it is, you normally do it by yourself. You work alone. Yeah, so somebody here has, and there's an offer here. There's an offer on the table. And you may hesitate a little bit. And I say hesitate because you're really contemplating whether this is something that's going to be prosperous, whether it's something that's going to be a good idea. Like I said, you may customarily work on your own. You may work by yourself, and you may be being presented with an opportunity to work collaboratively with other people in order to accomplish whatever it is, whatever this offer is on the table. But you will be it will, whatever this is, it will kind of put you at a crossroad. Of course, the decision is always yours. It's like, do I work with other people? Do I take this opportunity and work with other people? Because it could very well be something very exciting and different. Or do you continue to work alone like you've been working? I heard three words. I heard delay, greater, later. Delay, greater, later. Okay, so if you stay working by yourself, then while the benefits of that working by yourself may be delayed, but potentially you would be greater later. So this isn't for everybody. This may even be a kind of like a little message to somebody, like, that's kind of where you are. You could be at a crossroad. You can work with this other person, and yeah, it could sound really exciting, and there's this new opportunity, whatever. Or you can continue doing it the way that you've been doing it by yourself. Like, you've been doing it by yourself, and there's nothing wrong with it's. And I don't have the card out here, but it kind of is making me think of the Knight of Pentacles. Like, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight of the deck. So while it is a very dedicated type, like, I feel like your process to accomplishing whatever your goal is, whatever your intended goal has always been very slow and steady. Like, you're not in a rush because you are trying to perfect whatever it is that you do. Like, so you're making sure that the work product, or whatever it is that you put out, that it is of quality. So you may not have while this opportunity to work with somebody else, it may, okay, so now I'm getting a different message here because now I've got more cards and more context. So while I do see initially, I'm not gonna withdraw that first sentence of there's somebody here standing in their power, your walls, your boundaries are well in place. You're not giving in to energies that are toxic. You're definitely not chasing after a bag. Chasing after a bag and doing work to get the bag are two different things to me. Okay? Doing the work to get the bag, that's this over here. This over here feels more like, I don't want to say like a money grab, but remember there's a thing about the intentionality behind whatever it is that you're trying to pursue. Are you going for it because of the money? Or are you going for it for the love of the craft, whatever it is that you do? Okay, so always kind of keep that in the back of your mind. Oh, okay. Well, it looks like you're probably going to stick with moving solo. 8 of Cups to 3 of Cups in the reverse. You're not gonna, you are, and while like I said, it may sound like really exciting and it could be a really brilliant idea and it could sound like something, sounds like something fun is what I heard. um I don't feel like, because what I heard was you're not pressured, so I don't want you to feel pressured by whatever this, yeah, don't feel pressured by it. I kind of feel like, damn, this is a really interesting energy. Now, if this is a person, yeah, it kind of feels like if you're walking away from a situation, I feel like you would walk away from it because it feels as though it would, you would end up losing. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I heard you'd lose creative control over whatever it is that you're like, whatever it is that you're doing or whatever it is that you do. If you got involved or if you decided to agree to whatever this offer is, you would kind of lose the autonomy of whatever it is that you do. You would lose that creative control to people who don't even, like, it would turn into a situation where you didn't feel emotionally supported. Like, say, follow me, say you're a creative, and for creatives like myself, having creative freedom and control over my own work is very, very important. Having somebody override that would definitely make me feel really small. I don't like the way that, I mean, just even talking about it, I don't even think I like the way that feels. So for those of you who are creatives who, have, you're doing fine. I do feel like you do fine on your own. You do well on your own. This, I feel like this offer that you may have come rushing into you, it might, I heard startle, it might startle you a little bit just because, like I said, you're minding your business and you're fine doing that. But I feel like if you, and I see that you walk away from it, but you're walking away because if you agree to it, you're going to lose the autonomy of being able to do what you want, because this energy here is something that is, if you involve yourself in it, I heard it will cap your success. Ooh, that's a very strong and profound statement. It will cap your success. Okay. Let's keep going. Listen. So, okay. So whoever this whatever this is, it's being, okay, yes. Okay. Whoever this is that's coming to, baby, whoever this is that's coming towards you, I was really trying to avoid this energy popping up back in my reading, because this is what came out yesterday. This is very similar to the energy that came out yesterday, and the reason why I didn't want to read it yesterday, or the reason why I deleted it, is because I was still kind of emotionally tied to the incident that took place the other day. Yes. All right. So here we go. Again, I feel like you're going to walk away from it. Now, expanding outward, this collaboration, whatever this is that somebody wants to kind of wrangle you into, like I said, if you're a creative, you're the artist, you have the skill, you have the know-how, you already have the foundational work in place of whatever it is that you've already been doing. Whoever is approaching you, they don't have the skill set, they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the knowledge base, and they're kind of hoping, they don't have the creativity either. They don't have that. And I feel like whoever this is, they're kind of on the outside watching you. So whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's being seen on social media, I mean, I haven't quite gotten there yet, but there's something here where evidently they're watching you. They're watching you. They're watching your process. So maybe at one time they thought, I heard small fries. It's kind of like, remember when I just talked about like the Knight of Pentacles? Like the Knight of Pentacles, the journey of the Knight of Pentacles, it's a long, slow, arduous process because he wants to make sure that he's crossing the T's and he's dotting every single I. So he's very methodical in the way that things are done, in the way that things are carried out. And I feel like whoever is watching you, because I do see it, people are watching you. They watched you start off in page energy, and now you are in this King of Pentacles energy where you are stable. Like you worked it in such a way where you took your time and you did it by yourself. You're a powerhouse. You're a powerhouse that they don't even understand because they need other people to accomplish whatever it is that they're trying to do. But they see, like I've been saying in all the other readings, you got the juice. You have the magic. You got the gift, right? You're the gift. But now they're recognizing, they're like, damn, Collective started off with just, a single pentacle, like a really small pentacle. And now look at them. They're like stable and they're doing their own damn thing. But the thing is that you also did it, I don't want to say like in hiding, but you keep your process to yourself. You work at it and you just kind of, keep your head down and you mind your business, where these people are so busy minding your business and their business and everybody else's business that they don't, instead of learning whatever this is that they're trying to establish, whatever they're trying to create or grow, instead of learning that, they're busy studying you. They're studying you because they see, well, damn, evidently the collective has the formula. And so if these are people that you've already kind of determined that they're not, like, if you chose to find your stability elsewhere, if you chose to just focus on your goals, you made that choice. You walked away from things that are emotionally unfulfilling, where you felt like you didn't have any kind of real control over your own circumstances, and you just turned your back on it. And literally, I have the energy here of and I kind of feel like whoever these people are, people, they very well could be tied to your past. And when I say past, when I say people tied to your past, they're not always going to be romantic. I think that's a big misconception. That's a huge misconception in tarot. Just because I say it's linked to your past, baby, this could be a relative. This could be an old childhood friend. This literally could be anybody. Somebody that at one point you had unconditional love for. Like you fuck with them. Like they was your people. But you walked away from them because you recognized that you couldn't, you don't see eye to eye. So it doesn't make it's like you can't see eye to eye. You can't move anything forward. So you're like, bet, I'm out. This isn't the right environment for me. So I'm going to go. So now you got people watching you, and they're watching you, and they're watching you, but they're also watching you be unbothered. They're watching you be unbothered. But they're also watching the glow up that you're experiencing. And what I'm seeing in my mind's eye, it's very similar to like sitting. I'm not even going to lie. I'm thinking in my mind, and it's in my Game of Thrones deck. I'm going to pull this card because I can see it in my mind's eye, and I believe it's the Queen of Swords out of this deck because it's Cersei sitting on the Iron Throne. But that's the image that I have in my head right now. Wait. Because you need, yeah, Queen of Swords. This is what I'm seeing, literally in my head. It's kind of like you're, and I just heard the words Regal Authority. I think I've used that in another reading before. It's kind of like you're sitting in this Regal Authority, and people are watching you. You've gained the respect of your peers, your community, people within whatever social construct community that you're in. You're receiving respect and accolades from people that are within your community. People are those people, or even other people, are looking at you as kind of like an authority figure in whatever it is your craft is. They look to you like, yeah, collective is that's what they do. That's like if somebody was asking people about the collective, they're going to be like, yeah, the collective does that. That's what they do. Like, that's the collective does this and this. That's what they do. That's what they're known for. People, whoever's watching you, whoever's looking at you from the outside, they recognize that that's how people view you. People view you with authority. They see the authority in you. They see there's a level of respect that comes with it. People respect your word. They respect your work. They respect you because of who you are and who you present yourself to be. And you still come off as very mysterious. I think people are I heard enthralled. People are very curious about who you are. You may not show a lot to the world. Like, you could very well be on social media, but people don't really know the ins and outs of your life because you don't put it all out on display. Like, yes, you have a life, but nobody really knows what that life is all about because you don't really talk about it. And folks are, and you really, and like from what they're seeing, it's like you walked away, but not only did you walk away, you walked away and you're unbothered. Like, not having these people, especially if they're connected to your past, not having these people in your life is not a concern to you. You don't care. You're just like, yeah, okay. And it's kind of like, but what I do know is I'm not going backwards, and I'm not going to entertain you just because at one point I had unconditional love for you. Like, that may have dried up a little bit. My willingness to entertain you has minimized significantly. Yeah. You're like, skirt. Mm-hmm. Skirt. There could be children involved. You may have children. I see over here 3. So that some of you, like I said, I'm not talking to everybody. Somebody here may have 3 children. You may have 3 children, and this person feels on the outside because, like, you took your energy away and you're covering your children, so your children aren't in participation either. That energy is blocked. This person may feel very, I heard slowed down. They may feel slowed down, stagnant, unable to move, unable to travel. Somebody here may be unable to travel. They may have some travel restrictions. Somebody here may be without a vehicle, maybe without a car. I'm getting that too. Somebody is really stressing out, though, about you. I feel like they're more stressed at the fact that they don't really understand what you're doing, why you're doing it, or how, I don't know. They don't understand what you do or how you do it. Yeah. Okay. Well, now I've got my internet cards. So again, if they're watching you, I heard rising star. Again, you could have a platform. You could be on social media. People are seeing you. People are definitely seeing the love that you're getting from other people, the attention that you may be getting from other people, the amount of attention that you pour onto people. I think I've mentioned this before in past readings. It's like part of one of the dilemmas that somebody's struggling with is like they see how loving and generous that you are with other people, just not with them. That is really fucking with them. Really, really fucking with them. They see all the love and kindness and the goodness in your heart, but they see that you're like, yeah, no. I have no desire, there's no love here, so I don't, and if I love you, I can certainly love you from a distance. Well, yeah, you let them go. Six of Swords, look at that. Yep, folks are upset. Okay, so it kind of feels like whoever this is that is wanting to, it could be a few people, because I'm not even going to front, I do have a lot of court cards out here. So it could very well be a bunch of people involved here that you've walked away from. I also feel like you've made decisions to no longer prioritize relationships and connections that may have left you feeling drained and made you feel like people didn't see your value or people didn't take you seriously or whatever. You decided to kind of focus. It's kind of like go where the love is. So that's what you've done. You're moving away from things that felt one-sided and unfair, and it's totally breaking somebody's heart, because what I'm seeing is it kind of feels like somebody here tried to play you. They may not see it that way, unfortunately, but somebody here tried to play you, and you ended up getting the last laugh because you're like, all right, bet. Watch this for my next trick. You know what I mean? And so when you finally decided to distance yourself and just be done with it, now this person, there's somebody here that may be feeling devastated by the fact that you could turn your back so easily and shift your priorities into a different direction. They feel like it's unfair because, especially if they're dealing with some hard times, situations have changed. Their finances are kind of, their finances are kind of, off, and they're stressed out about, I definitely kind of, they're stressed because things feel very much out of balance. They feel a sense of stagnation. There's all kind of blockages in their ability to do things that they want to do, especially if it, involves like, work and whatnot, like they traveling, like there's things that they've been restricted from, and it's very, I get a sense that there's a lot of people here that are very, very uncomfortable right now. They're very, very uncomfortable, and they're watching you be stable and comfortable. People really should have made better decisions. That's all I'm saying. Child, Unfinished Symphony was the first card that I looked at, and it's in the reverse. So, symphony is done. It's done. Cycle is closed. We're done. We're done here. All right, let's clarify. Listen, the devil in the reverse with not for you in the upright. You're rejecting these toxic ass connections. You're making a choice to kind of move away from situations that are definitely not in alignment with you. You've, like I said, you turned your back on it. Yeah, and you're at peace. And if these people, or if somebody here is doing, they may be seeing something different here. It's somebody here may be they're seeing something from a really narrow lens. They may be looking at it from, just from their own perspective, but they may be seeing something about, it's kind of like they might be recognizing that certain actions that they've taken are the reasons why they're in the position that they're in right now. Yeah, so even right now, like there's no whoever this is, it's not like you're not angry, there's no beef, okay? There's no beef. Present day, there's no beef, but you do recognize red flags. Like I said, you're in a very peaceful state. You're living in the present. You're not focusing on the past. You're not focusing on the future. But what you're not doing is you're not taking any action towards anything that is not a reflection of who you are. And it feels like whatever this person, whatever circumstances are around these people or this particular person, it's kind of like they may be recognizing that the circumstance or the situation between you, that it was their action or inaction that made it what it is. And it's not, and it's kind of like I said, it's not what they want, but they also have to take responsibility for what it's turned into. Yeah. So somebody here, you've already chosen to walk with a child. Listen to that. So again, there's no, like I said, there's no beef here. You're not mad. You're not angry, but literally, I feel like the whole purpose of them coming towards you, like I said with the tarot, like they want to come in for some kind of collaboration, right? But that collaboration doesn't actually benefit you. I want to be very, very clear to whoever this message is for. The collaboration is not for you per se. It's for them, because them collaborating with you is a benefit to them, not to you. Why? Because you've done just fine by yourself. You do not need to collaborate with this person or these people. You can do it by yourself, and you've been doing it by yourself. Whatever this person is doing or whatever they need to do, they need to co-create with spirit on their own. They don't need your participation. And I think, I'm laughing because I'm going to tell you the story. I am going to tell you the story. The funny thing about it is, collective, I see like you will already know when you hear, you're already going to know. I knew when I got the phone call, I already kind of knew. It felt like I don't want to say it felt like a setup, but I already knew there was something more coming to the conversation, and I shut that shit down immediately because I don't want no parts. Literally, deep knowing, a leg up in the reverse. I don't want no parts. Like, whatever your problem is, I'm sorry you're going through that, whatever it is. And I see it here, like this is you saying, like, you're making a decision. And even though it's kind of weird. Like I said, like there's no anger. There's no hate. It's like, I'm not mad at you, but I'm not fucking with you either. The fates, like you're collective, you've been divinely guided in the direction that you're in. The actions that you've been taking to get you to where you are. I'm talking to the collective that has been on their grind, sitting in this energy right now. This Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles energy. You sitting in this energy right now. That's who I'm talking to. And the reason why you're sitting in that energy is because you listen to God and you follow the directive. You allowed your intuition to just guide you in the direction that you needed to be going in. And because of that, because of your obedience, you will be blessed. Yep. Look it. They were trying to manifest. They were trying to manifest some assistance. They're trying to manifest some damn assistance because they already could sense that you were on your way out with time to go. You already gone though. I feel like it's this person or these people who haven't quite, they must not have read the memo. Yeah, they're not happy. They are not happy for this change. They don't like the change. They don't like milk and honey in the reverse, a change in the wind in the upright with exchanging gifts in the reverse. They don't like this change. They don't like the fact that you're no longer giving to them. They're not happy. They're not happy. And the thing is, the reason why, like I said, you've been obedient. God's been shining a light on all of the little areas of your life and all the ways that people have been mistaking your kindness for weakness. God's been shining a light, like shining a light on all those little tiny cracks and crevices that these people have been able to slip in the past, play on your emotions, get you all wound up emotionally, make you feel like, you got to be loyal to the family. You got to, we go way back. We got, that's got to count for something. It don't count for shit in my book. Sorry. Truth be told, you're being honest with people. You're telling people how you feel, how you see things. And it's literally left somebody in their head because they cannot believe that you just walked away and kept on going. Baby, regeneration in the reverse. There's no energy here. Yeah, they never imagined this. They never saw this coming. They didn't imagine that there would be no second chance, no opportunity for a do-over. And now they're questioning why. Why is everything I don't even know if they understand or know why they even want to be in connection with you currently. I don't even think that they know. And they haven't really thought. They're very unhappy. They're unhappy that this situation is done, that you won't conform. They don't think that it's fair. They feel like you've abandoned them, and you've already learned. Here's the thing. You've learned a lesson. You've already learned the lesson. And once you've learned the lesson, you don't need to repeat it anymore. You're not putting in any effort or working to be around people who have treated you unfairly. Because literally, I feel like whoever this person is or whoever these people are, they're coming towards you with wearing a mask, trying to put on this facade of who they think that they should be in front of other people in order to try to get back into your good graces because they don't like the way this feels. And they're having a difficult time with going with the flow. They do not like this circumstance. They do not like the shift of the relationship. They don't like how they don't like how this whole thing is playing out. I don't know what to say here. Like, okay. All right. So I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to really quickly tell you this story that happened the other day. So when I listened back to the last reading, I put it in the same group of people that I always put it in. Like, I already kind of like, you know who the players are in your story, all the people in your life that that you've either walked away from or whatever. Like, you got a little short list of folks. And so when you're listening to these readings, you kind of in your mind already identified like who the players are, who the people are, right? Like I said, it's not always going to be the people that you think it is. So I get a phone call the other day from an uncle of mine, somebody who I have previously kind of told. I've told them before. I told them over the summer, like, I'm not fucking with you. you still fucking with my mom, so I'm not fucking with you. Like, everybody that has chosen, everybody that made a choice to align with my mother, because I've been estranged from my mother since 22. If you've chosen to align with her, that's fine. But just know I can't fuck with you. I can't have you in my life. I can't have you knowing my business, because what I don't need you to do is to go back over there and tell her what's going on in my life, because ain't none of her fucking business. If she wanted to know, she can call me and ask me her damn self, which she's not going to do. So I've told this uncle several times my parameters. Don't call me telling me about her, because I don't give a damn. And so he calls me. He tells me that he lost his job. He starts off, how's the kids? Are you still, teaching? Are you still doing your classes? Yes. Everything was very dry, very Queen of Swords. Yes, no, they're fine. I mean, I was dry as a dry ass cracker, dry as a month-old stale bread. Like, I was dry. I wasn't giving anything. And he's like, well, you could call me and sometimes and see how I'm doing. And I'm like, why? I literally don't care. Like, I'm good. And I'm not saying it to be mean. And I even said, I'm not mad at you. I am not angry, but our whole lives, we've never been close. My father's oldest brother, who's like 10 years older than him, my biological father passed away, but his older brother is still alive and wanted to reach out to me and insisted that I contact him like a couple years ago. And I refused, because I'm like, you don't even know me. You've never made an effort to be a part of my life ever. So now that you're old and you're on your deathbed, you feel like you want to make up for lost time. For what? Why would I feel inclined to jump into that? I don't give a damn. I don't care. I don't even know you. You don't know me. I'm not interested in building a bond, forging a bond at this stage of my life. I don't care. And so I told him the same way. I said, look, I told your brother this the last time I saw him. You want to foster a connection with my kids? That's great. That's up to you. My kids all got cell phones. You can contact them directly, but you ain't got to do it through me, because I don't want any parts of this. I wish you well, but I genuinely can see that you spent all these years of our lives fostering connections with people who I've told you over and over again, those people are not your friends. Those people are not your friends, but nobody wanted to listen to me. I bet you he's finding out right now that those people I said are not his friends are truly not his friends. And now that you're looking to turn to family to help boost you up or build up your confidence or whatever, baby, you don't have that, because you didn't build those bonds with me ever. So I don't feel inclined to return the same, I'm just giving you the energy you've given me over the course of my entire life. And then he said the weirdest shit. And this is the part that stumped me. Okay. He said, well, what's going to happen the next time? What's going to happen if something happens between you and your husband? And I was like, where in the hell did you pull that out your ass from? Where did that come from? He was like, well, what's going to happen if something happens between the two of you? And I was like, I'm 52 years old. I think I can handle whatever's happening or not happening within my marriage. I don't think I would ever be calling you. And I was like, don't worry about it. I have people. When I said I have people, the shock in his voice was like, you have people? I have a whole community of people. I have friends. You may not know who they are. And again, because I don't publicize all of that. Like occasionally, yeah, you may see the same like 2 or 3 people that I post, my friends. You may see those people, but I have a whole community of people that I could turn to if I absolutely needed to. He was floored. But let me tell you, that statement kind of lived in my head rent free for like 48 hours. I was really, for whatever reason, just him saying, I was like, would you know something I don't know? Like, what are you intending to happen between me and my husband? I'm so confused why you would even bring that up. And nobody was talking about my husband. We weren't talking about my marriage and none of that. But when he said that, I was just like, why do I feel like you just kind of told on yourself just a little bit? Okay. Let's do some index cards, and then I'm going to wrap, and then I'm going to do one more card pull for the day because it's still early. But that was my story. So again, like I said, when I listened back to the reading, the very last reading that's on my channel, when I listened back to that reading, I was like, it literally was my uncle calling me to try to kumbaya with me, and I was not having any parts of that because no. First card out is blocked. Somebody is broke and lonely. The month of September may be of significance. Could be dealing with a Virgo or a Libra. Leo may be of significance. Somebody is impersonating you to ruin your reputation. Somebody is afraid to lose you. Somebody is lost without you. We have a frenemy out here. Somebody that low-key hates you. A new cycle of abundance is here. That could very well be that Ace of Pentacles that was coming out. So it's kind of like if something's coming towards you, other people may be aware of it. And again, be very mindful about what you allow into your energy in this coming weeks, okay? I have legal matters and or documents here that may be significant. I have a mother out here. You could be a mother. Your mother could be playing a role here. We have abandoned ship, or somebody needs to abandon ship. Somebody is blaming you for their losses. An aunt may be of significance. You could be an aunt. Somebody is trying to cover their tracks. Somebody says sorry, not sorry. There could be someone here in foster care, or foster children may be of significance. You may have unconditionally loved this person or these people. Somebody knew the whole time. There's a traitor here, and it came under aunt. So you may have an aunt here that may have known the truth the whole time. They're also a traitor as well. Okay, your spirit team is out here protecting you. Someone here may be trying to affect your solar plexus chakra, your willpower. A Gemini may be of significance. What they wanted for you is now happening to them. Somebody's getting karma. Somebody here has been trying to affect either your throat chakra by preventing you from speaking the truth, or somebody's throat chakra may be compromised here. Pisces may be of significance. Someone cannot be trusted. There may be illegal activities playing out, or somebody's done something illegal. Somebody's also been trying to affect your second house of self-worth, your money and personal finances. Somebody may be doing something here to affect your finances. Negative vibes and black magic being sent possibly to affect your finances. And the last card out, somebody may be experiencing anxiety, and they said they'd do it all over again. That's gnarly. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If any parts of this reading resonated for you or give you clarity or confirmation over your own situation, give the video a thumbs up so that we can circulate into the algorithm. Again, running a special for live sessions at 111:11. The books are always open. Go straight to my website, EnlightenedAuntie.com, if you want to book a session with me. Until next time, take care. Have an awesome and amazing weekend. Don't forget to continue supporting each other in the comments. And love on yourself the way that I love you too. All right. Take care. Bye.